let's clear up drag culture. Montana judge upholds block on drag ban. A federal court judge extended a stay on a law banning public drag performances in Montana. Judge Brian Morris issued a preliminary injunction saying the bill violates freedom of speech and expression under the First Amendment. The new law passed bans drag performances in any public place where minors could be present. Lawmakers in support of the bill said it will protect minors from what they call obscenity. In his ruling, Moore said he found no evidence indicating minors face any harm from drag-related events. Earlier this year, several Helena-based businesses, nonprofits, and individuals brought a lawsuit challenging the bill ahead of Montana Pride. The plaintiffs said the bill's language creates uncertainties around events scheduled for the celebration. Morris then issued a temporary block on the ban for the event, ruling it had a, quote, chilling effect on his free speech. His latest decision sets a more permanent stay in place. The blocks will remain in place while a case works its way through the courts. Montana's law was the first in the country to specifically ban drag performers from reading to kids. A transgender woman, 2 bookstore owners, and an educator sued the state in July to overturn the law. Similar laws in Tennessee and Florida have also been blocked. Now, when all this initially came to a head, I was obviously on Drag Queen Instagram, and we were very upset. Especially being a South Florida queen, not only do we have to deal with humidity, we have to deal with the bullshit. So to hear that we have made some sort of stride forward is very comforting, because at the time, we're all stressed out, we're all affected. I actually lost 2 gigs because of all this rhetoric going on. And people were telling me, like, just relax, it's not going to go through. And I'm like, how can you be so certain? Like, how can you be so sure? But this is actually so comforting to hear that Montana is upholding this block on the drag ban to protect us in a sort of weird way. Our queer voices, our ability to perform and work and pay bills and be upstanding members of society. We're just the most gorgeous ones to do it. But this is so comforting to hear the story.
And I love the fact that the judge there, Judge Morris, cited the First Amendment, right? Because it is your First Amendment expression, right? And so I think we'll probably start to see more of this around the country, because he's setting precedent here, right? Legal precedent where other judges now have something to cite in their rulings. So I pray and hope that we will continue to see more. I think we will.
Yeah, it's interesting, again, bringing up free speech and the irony that, these legislatures who are passing these bans, which again limit freedom, and then, but then profess that they're fighting for freedom, but only if it's the freedom that they agree with. And then that freedom isn't free because you can't express it the way you want to, and you can't be who you want to be. So kudos to the judge for actually, reading the Constitution maybe and knowing how things are supposed to work. And I hope that we, can legislate our way out of these issues. And going to the courts seems to be the place to get these things overturned, because they are unconstitutional in many instances, whether it's from healthcare to drag performances to, what you can bring your children to. Interestingly, I went to the movies over the weekend with my 15-year-old son. We went to see a rated R movie. He is of age where I am okay with him to see a rated R movie, but I cannot bring him. A few weeks ago, we went to a birthday party for a friend at our house, and I can't bring him to our house just to a friend's birthday party because children are not allowed where drag performances are. It makes no sense. It is limiting the freedom of parents to do what they think is correct with their children.
Yes. Well, wonders never cease, and in Montana, no less.
Yes.
Here is the important part. In his ruling, Judge Brian Morris, quote, found no evidence indicating minors faced any harm from drag-related events, end quote, and preach.
Full stop.
Now, I will add, it can be dangerous at a drag show, because the kicks and the flips and the little pump, a wig might fly, an earring might just go through your forehead. It can be a little dangerous, but not in the way they're saying it. Go ahead.
Yeah, absolutely. The kids, to quote a great movie, the kids are all right.
Yes.
And the judge recognized it, and he saw this. And basically, what it comes down to is just what a person is wearing. You're essentially wanting to legislate a dress code in the public square, because if someone, a biological male, sits down, reads a innocent children, a Dr. Seuss book to kids, no problem. Put on a frock and a wig and some fabulous nails, oh my God, this child is going to be scandalized and messed up. No, the only thing that is real, the only real possible injury is to parents whose blood pressure goes up. That's the only thing. And girl, deal with it.
I mean, listen, I've taken my son's now going to be 11 next week, and I've taken him to drag shows since he was like 1 or 2 years old. And what I love about my son now is he is the most cultured, most open, most inclusive person. I mean, I mean, he plays sports, but then he likes a Barbie doll, right? Like, I just love that about him. I love that he is just one of the, I don't know, he's everything.
Free thinking.
He's free flowing, free spirited. Just a loving person and sees people for who they are and just cares about people. And I do contribute it to me just opening them up to just different types of performances and not just your stereotypical hetero like type of performance, right? Yeah. So I love being able to take, and again, I'm from New York, so a little disclaimer, we don't have those laws up there, but I just love being able to take them to there and having a choice to do that, right? It is my choice. He's my kid. I don't need no government telling me what to do with my kid. So I just love it.
Kindness is natural. Hate is learned. So good for you. You're a hell of a parent.
Thank you.